We often hear about the habits that lead to financial success, working hard, investing wisely, saving aggressively. But what about the hidden habits that lead to richer life, the kind of wealth that money can't buy? Today we are talking about the habits that Robin Sharma explores in his book, What Money Can't Buy. Habits that help you to live your richest life, beyond the dollars in your bank account. So, if you're ready to redefine what it means to be truly wealthy, stay tuned. Hey everyone, I'm Malika. Here on this channel, we dive into personal finance and personal growth tips to help you craft the best version of your life. If you're on the journey to live more intentionally, you're in the right place. Let's jump into today's topic. We have all been there, working late, answering emails at odd hours, missing family dinners, and telling ourselves it's just what we need to do to get ahead. Robin Sharma puts it perfectly. Too many people are too busy earning a living to make any money. We hustle and grind, thinking we are building something great, but sometimes we forget the hidden cost, our time, our health, and our precious moment with the people we love. To back your evenings or weekends, draw simple boundaries between what is more important to you and what is necessary. It sounds small, but it's a really game-changing. By creating a sacred hours, that is a time when work is off limits, you're reclaiming your life in a deeply fulfilling way. Just like we close a tab on a browser, close the work tab off, turn phone notifications off at the set time and try to be fully present with your loved ones. Maybe cooking for a dinner, playing with your kids, or just unwinding with a book. This way, you're not tethered to your job 24/7, and that mental space you gain is amazing. Sharma also talks about setting out of office messages during the non-working hours. Not just like for vacations, but regularly. It's just like telling the world, hey, I value my time and I'll get back to you when I'm recharged. Just not about being unavailable. It's about being present, then it counts. And let's not forget about reflecting on how you are spending your time. Taking 15 minutes at the end of the week to look back and see if your work gets into your personal space can be an eye-opening. It's about catching those little things before they become a big patterns. Maybe you realize you've been checking your work email first thing in the morning, even before saying good morning to your partner. That's a signal to set a boundary and start your day differently and more intentionally. So when you reassess the true cost of wealth and make these adjustments, you realize that true wealth isn't just about the money you earn. It's about the time, peace, and joy you get back when you set those boundaries. Robin Sharma nails it when he says, we have traded connection for convenience. We have replaced real, messy, beautiful human moments with curated peace and filtered snapshots. Social media can make it look like everyone else's life is perfect. Those happy, shiny posts can trick us into thinking we are the only ones struggling. But here's the truth. Those perfect pictures are just that. They are tiny, staged fragments of someone's days, not the full story. When you start putting down the phone and making time for people who matter, everything changes. Imagine spending Sunday morning, having a coffee with your partner, talking about your dreams, your plans, and just instead of scrolling through someone else's vacation photos. They're the real moments that fill you up, the ones that remind you why relationships are true wealth. Next up is to live with your purpose. It's one of those things that sounds great, but how do you actually make it happen in the midst of everyday life? Robin Sharma says, a life without a purpose is a life without a compass. And he's spot on this. It's so easy to get stuck in the daily grind, work, eat, sleep, repeat, just like living on an autopilot. But when you start to inject purpose into your day, everything changes. Let's be real though. Finding your purpose doesn't mean making huge dramatic shift into your life. It's about making those small intentional steps that align with your actions with what truly matters to you. Imagine waking up each day not just because you have to, but because you get to, because there's something in your day that excites you, even with this just tiny part of it. Start by asking yourself, what lights me up? What makes me feel alive? It could be anything, a hobby, helping others, creating something, or even just spending a quality time with your loved ones. Once you have got an idea, carve out time for it, even just like making it 30 minutes of time into an entire week. Purpose doesn't have to be a grand mission. It's often found in the little moments that brings joy. It also means being okay with saying no to things that doesn't serve you. You choose where your energy flows. Sharma's philosophy is very clear. When you live with your purpose, you're not just existing. Say yes to what matters and no to what doesn't. Little by little, you find that your days are feeling fuller, your actions feels more intentional, and your life feels more richer. That's the kind of wealth that no amount of money can buy. A life that feels deeply, authentically yours. How often do we stop and ask ourselves, what does success really mean to me? Robin Sharma challenges us to rethink the conventional views of success, saying, success isn't what you achieve, it's who you become. Let's be real. It's easy to get caught up in the society definitions of success. We see everyone else's photographs, highlighting reels, the promotions, the luxury vacations, the picture-perfect moments, and we start measuring our worth against those standards. But here's the truth. Chasing external markers of success often leaves us feeling empty because they are not rooted in what we truly are. or what we truly actually value. It's just like running a marathon but never crossing the finish line, no matter how hard you push. One way to start redefining what success means to you is by creating your own success blueprint. Take some time to write down what a successful life looks like to you. Beyond the accolades and the material positions, what is the life you want? Maybe it's about having a balanced life where work doesn't take over your personal time, or perhaps it's about feeling healthy or making a positive impact in small but meaningful ways. This exercise helps you get clear on what matters to you most, so you can start making choices that aligns to your vision and your goals. Another powerful step is learning to celebrate the small wins. So often we only celebrate the big wins, a promotion, a completed project, hitting a major goal. But what about those everyday victories? Like waking up on time, sticking to your morning routine, making a healthy choice, or simply being kind to someone else. These are small successes which truly matters. By acknowledging these movements, you're reinforcing that success isn't just a destination, it's a daily practice. And here's a big one. Stop comparing yourself to others. We live in a world where everyone's achievements are broadcasted for all to see, and it's easy to fall into a trap of measuring your worth against someone else's journey. But Sharma's philosophy is clear. Success is deeply personal. It's about your growth, your journey, and your unique path. So take a moment to think what success looks like for you. Beyond the job titles, the accolades, the expectations of others. When you redefine success in a way that feels true to you, life becomes less about striving, more about thriving. It's about becoming the best version of yourself and finding fulfillment in the choices you make every day. That's the kind of success that feels deeply rewarding, sustainable, and uniquely yours. Robin Sharma reminds us that our health is our wealth. When life gets busy, the first thing we often sacrifice is our health. We skip workouts, grab fast food on the go, stay up working late, and convince ourselves that we'll make it time for later. But the thing is, that later doesn't always come. And neglecting your health can now catch up on with you and in a ways that no amount of success or money can fix. Sharma emphasizes that you don't need a complete lifestyle overhaul to start prioritizing your health. Small, consistent actions can make a huge difference. For instance, incorporating what he calls micro exercises into your day is a great way to stay active without feeling overwhelmed by time commitment. It could be as simple as taking a 10-minute walk during your lunch break, or doing a quick stretch when you wake up, or even dancing around the house while you cook for the dinner. That's what I do. So one of the most impactful changes you can make is setting a regular sleep schedule. Sharma suggests that creating a bedtime routine that signals to your body it's time to wind down. That could mean turning off your screen an hour before your bed, reading a book, maybe meditating, or simply just taking a few deep breaths. You'll wake up feeling more refreshed, more focused, and ready to tackle whatever day throws to you. And let's talk about foods. Fueling your body with nutritious meals isn't about dieting or restriction. It's about giving yourself the energy you need to thrive. Meal prepping, even just for a few days at a time, can be a game changer. Imagine opening your fridge to find healthy options ready to go, taking the guesswork out of eating well. You don't have to cook elaborate meals. You just need to have simple, balanced food that you enjoy eating and you feel fulfilled. It's all about making eating well effortless and not stressful. Sharma also highlights the importance of hydration, and it's something so basic that we often overlook it. Keep a water bottle like this by your side as a reminder, and you'll be surprised at how much better you feel when you're consistently hydrated. Sharma's message is very simple. You can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of your health isn't selfish, it's essential. It allows you to be the best version of yourself, to give your best to the people you love, and to enjoy the journey and not just the destinations. So overall, these habits from Robin Sharma's book, What Money Can Buy, remind us that true wealth is more than the financial success. It's about purpose, health, presence, and your relationships. Things that truly enrich our lives. If these lessons resonated with you, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more insight on living a life of true wealth. Share in the comments which habits spoke to you the most, and thank you for watching, and remember, real wealth is always within your reach. See you in the next video.